Hi, I'm Chase Jensen. I'm the Director of Education here at World Hunger Relief. World Hunger Relief as an organization has been around since 1979, and through the whole course of its history has been addressing issues of hunger, alleviation, food security, food justice. We raise cattle, pigs, we have a lot of goats, we have some guard donkeys, we raise chickens for eggs and meat, we have an apiary, and then we also raise rabbits as a part of our demonstration garden. So we have 3 acres of vegetable fields, and we are using methods of market gardening that are very compact. So it's high density, high intensity vegetable planting using organic practices to produce a whole bunch of food for our community. So in the last 100 years, there's been a huge urban migration. A majority of the US population used to be involved in food production, even within the last 100 years. And now, the amount of farmers for the US population is less than 1%. So we have handed a lot of the knowledge to a very small amount of people. But urban agriculture is within a few limitations where people don't have a lot of space, but there's also a lot of waste streams from the urban setting that are not existing in rural areas. On the walls of buildings, on the rooftops of buildings, backyards, community gardens, using the little strip of land between the curb and the street, people are doing all sorts of stuff. When I was looking online for grants, the grant from the NRCS came up, and so I applied for it, and we were lucky enough to receive it, which helped fund our project, which we call the Urban Homestead. And the Urban Homestead is a 1/5 of an acre demonstration garden that has orchard, it has urban livestock, it has gardens, composting. We're going to install rainwater catchment, pollinator gardens. We got a lot crammed in there working together. The NRCS has shown itself to be expansive. Michael, who I've worked with a lot calling back and forth on things, has assisted me when I had questions about what fruit trees should I plant. He said, well, we've got people who do that, let me contact them. And what I've really found is that the NRCS is a network all throughout the US that has specialists in pretty much any area you want.
Hi, I'm Michael Higgins. I am the urban conservationist here in Arlington, Texas. I've worked with World Hunger Relief on this project, the Texas Urban and Rural Conservation Project. It's been excellent working with them. They're very flexible, easy to work with. They're go-getters. They easily implement the project. And so really it's April that's been spearheading the pollinator habitat with Chase working on the garden. It's already developed in May, so we're very excited.
All right, well, my name is April Strickland. One of the projects that I've worked on this year is this monarch way station. We're hoping we grow all this produce out in the fields, and if we don't have these pollinators to come pollinate everything, then we won't have food. I called Michael because in doing a lot of the research, I was looking at, we have livestock here at the farm, so we have to be very careful on what we kind of plant. Him and I just had conversations back and forth about like what suggestions for what route we could go, what could help with the weed control, and different things like that.
So one of the buildings on the site already had a cistern built underneath it, and so I didn't know what to do with that. So we called the NRCS, they brought an agent out, a civil engineer, and sent us a detailed analysis. This is what you've got, this is what our recommendation would be. This size of tank, you can do it this way, this is how much it'll catch.
I'm Nick Shalitz, I'm the zone engineer here in Zone 5. A big part of what they were talking about when we first came out here for this initial site visit is that this is an educational location. And rainwater harvesting is one of the easiest things people can get into because every house has a roof, water falls on that roof, and almost every house has gutters installed, and then there's downspouts. So it's a really simple practice to start tying into the urban homestead. And as soon as you have rainwater catchment, that's additional water that you can use during those periods where you're not getting rainfall so that you can supplement your vegetable crops or even just your lawn or your flower beds.
But it's really a backup system. When we go into drought situations here, which can happen very easily in Central Texas, we're gonna have stockpiled water. We're gonna have the capacity to go through extreme weather events. It's gonna be a game changer for us to have that capacity of water stored up during the rainy season that can get us through those drier seasons. So our goal as the current staff who have the honor of stewarding this place is that we want to manage it in a way where the land can continue to do that transformative work, where it's a place of hospitality, of generosity, of wonder, curiosity, excitement, learning. and be a place where we're open to people coming in, and let the land teach them, let their participation in what we're doing be a time that really changes the trajectory of their life.